I'm ready to talk about the real story about the knee.
The knee injury that he suffered midweek riding his motocross bike.
I'm ready to tell you the real deal and what this championship really meant to me at the end of the year.
Let's go racing from VOLUSIA. He's BAUMAN, really been the rivalry the last couple of years. There it is on the inside. You always know at the beginning of a championship that Jared Mees will show up ready, one of the best to ever do it. Has won again. Jared Mees takes the victory.
I'm fucking stoked now. Real stoked now. Nothing's wrong. Was eye on the prize. Was gonna win my championship. 2 weeks after the season opener, I was doing my normal training routine. I was at Orlando MX, putting in the motos, putting in the time. Came off a jump that was kind of blind. I was in the air, and as soon as I took off, there was a kid on the backside of the jump, stalled out, and I landed right on him. We went tumbling, and I knew right then and there was a problem. When I was laying there in quite a bit of pain, you know, the first thought through my mind was championship, racing, how bad am I hurt? I knew something was wrong. I felt honestly like my leg was broken, and I was devastated. I was in a lot of pain, and I needed surgery.
He had a tear of his medial collateral ligament, which is on the inside of the knee. He tore his calf muscle. He also tore part of his hamstring, which was the bicep femoris. And then he also had some cartilage damage within the knee as well.
The nature of Jared's injury was very, very serious. Obviously, when you have an impact that he had and then extending the knee further than where it wants to go, there is significant damage in that knee.
Got a hold of the doctor, who was very well known in Texas, Dr. Henry Smalls, and he gave me some hope.
So you want to make sure you're not getting any blood clots. You want to make sure, you know, you're moving it as much as you possibly can, but you're pretty limited right now.
Post-surgery, I had 32 staples, about an 8-9 inch scar on the left side of my knee, and she was swelled up.
Yeah, a lot of pain going through this injury, you know. The leg was ugly, the pain was ugly. I mean, sleeping, you know, he wasn't sleeping through the night. He would wake up an hour after he fell asleep.
Yeah, to really kind of build him back up. I mean, help him to kind of regain the range of motion. He wanted to get back on the bike within 6-7 weeks, which in most of those cases, it's not going to happen with a normal athlete.
I mean, I think typically guys would just say, listen, that's it, the season's over, and I'll try again next year. The big thing with Jared is he's always willing to try and make something happen out of whatever it is.
Not only was he recovering, he was trying to go racing and make points up and stay in that championship hunt because he was already in the hunt with the points he had earned at the first round.
Mees did go out in the first qualifying session with the knee injury that he suffered midweek, riding his motocross bike for training, that all he can do is try to salvage the night. So he's going to save everything for the main event.
I knew going into the Atlanta TT that it was going to be a tall order, especially with it being a TT.
Oh no, Mees is calling it a night.
So it looks like he's going to take just the 4 points and for 15th and call it a day.
I went in there with the expectations to do the best I can, and clearly I was coming back way too early. The pain was too much.
A lot of speculation surrounding Jared Mees, his knee, the injury.
Well, you know, initially when he went back into the racing, and obviously the results were not ideal, and you're giving up points and you're giving up points, and you think, well, that's a tall ask if something's going to change. You almost have to rely now on the other competitor making mistakes.
The turning point was at Weedsport on night number 2, where we were able to get a really good win, and Breyer had kind of an upsetting night, finishing 6th. After that night, I knew that I had a shot at this. I knew at Springfield it was going my way just because the way the whole weekend went, I was getting underneath his skin.
Mees and Bauman trying to win the head game. Jared Mees coasts across the line with a massive win. Mees cruises to back-to-back wins.
As we talk about this championship, the emotional weight of the Super Twins season finale has been exhaustive. The waiting, the anxious preparation. Only 4 points separate Jared Mees from Briar Bauman in the standings, and both of these riders have lost sleep, imagining scenarios, dreaming about this moment here today, which happens to be a wet one here in Charlotte.
It's what every race fan dreams of. One final race. Whoever wins the race wins the title between Jared Mees and Briar Bauman.
So here we are, Charlotte main event. Winner take all. He wins, he's the champion. I win, I'm the champion.
And there they are side by side in turn 3.
This is what every race fan hopes for, the championship to be decided on the track at the last race.
Ooh, Jared runs him wide. And Briar right back down to the inside. They've already swapped the lead twice.
Briar's leading the race, I'm second. I'm riding at my absolute fullest level. I'm riding at the limit, and I don't want to go over the limit. A couple laps before the big incident, Briar had this huge moment through this spot coming off turn 4. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, I don't want to be that guy.
Whoa, we see Bauman just about losing.
Oh no, Bauman's down!
Oh,
Bauman is down! And oh, a huge crash!
Good God.
Unbelievable was that Halbert.
Boom, the red lights come on.
Halbert went airborne.
And everything has changed in an instant. You saw the crash coming, and Bauman has thrown it away. And
that is
Halbert,
so unfortunate for Sammy Halbert, and equally as so Briar Bauman. It was just a little slip, and he got up and clipped that hay bale, and down he went.
And with it going down as his championship hopes.
I'm just thinking to myself, like, you hope he's okay. Is he coming back out on his backup bike? Is he done?
Bauman has gotten up, and he will restart. Unbelievable. What has not happened tonight?
I give Briar full credit for getting back on his backup bike and trying.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
I think Briar Bauman is going to call it. You've got to imagine he is hurt.
Ultimately, when Briar hit the ground, right then and there, I was the Grand National Champion.
Davis Fisher is going to win for the first time ever. On a dramatic night, a winner-take-all showdown. Jared Mees on the number 9. It'll be the 7th time he has won a championship in American flat track.
This is my 7th Grand National Championship, and out of them all, probably my favorite one. Just because of what I had to overcome, and the word heart and determination just really stand out with this one.